Hey, what's up you guys? This is Sentai22 here with another Super Sentai review for you, and today I'll be checking out the Go phone from Engine Sentai's Go-onger. Now I just got this today in the mail and I'm very excited to review it to you guys. Now keep in mind that this is the Bandai Asia reissue. This is not the original Japanese version that was released in 2008. So I'm going to review it to you guys. There's a lot of differences between these two nowadays. Usually when Bandai Asia reissues them, especially the Sentai stuff and the Kamen Rider stuff, they usually come out the same. Unfortunately, not this time around. So first off, let me give you some differences. For one thing, if you look here in the top, you'll notice that there is no Bandai, there is no Toei seal of approval right here on the side. If you guys look at the picture, you'll notice that. Also, in the Bandai Asia version, all of the instructions, including the instruction sheet, are all in English, mixed in with native Chinese. So you got the Bandai Asia manufactured seal there, and of course here's what it says here: not intended for sale or distribution in the USA, Canada, or Europe. That's what they think. So again, when Bandai reissues the Sentai or Kamen Rider line, they usually is the same thing. At times, they don't release certain items to Asia because of safety issues. For example, the Kamen Rider Zorno's Denebu Blaster wasn't released in Asia. Alright guys, I just opened the packaging and here it is, the Go phone. Now it's pretty much a generic cell phone. I mean, god damn it, Bandai and Toei, please, enough with the cell phone gimmicks, for God's sakes. I mean, I miss those days when the Sentai changers were just watches or Sentai changers that were from a different origin or from alien technology or mystic origins. I mean, I miss those days. I mean, they did brought back an original concept in Go-onger, but they went back to the cell phone concept in Go-onger. But what are you gonna do, right? So, and if you look up here, you got your usual avatars that you would see on your phone. You got your charge up logo, you got your email, you got your reception, you got your, I think, USB FS. What was that supposed to mean? And you got this, I guess, the model number G50MP ES system. And look in the back, you got your usual genetic fake cell phone cam there. If you look here, you got the copyrights 2008 where it was made, although in the packaging it says 2010. So, and all this is pretty much hollow. There's no electronics or anything like that. All of the electronics are on this, the engine soul. So in order for you to activate it, you have to take out this tag, kind of like what you do with the when you first open the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Power Gun and Sword Morpher. If you look here in the bottom, there's this button. You can press the button without the cell phone, without the Go phone. So in order to put the engine soul in the Go phone, you have to slide this part here on the side. It pops up like that. Now, would you guys prefer me if I say RPM get in gear, or let's go on? Ah, forget it. RPM get in gear. Oh wait, I'm supposed to say it like this: engine soul activate. Or it's like, no, it's like engine soul RPM Get in gear! I apologize for you Go-onger fans, but I prefer that series a lot more than Go-onger. So, alright, now for the features. It's not really a lot. I mean, you know, from previous cell phone changes, you got a lot of playability, a lot of sounds, but unfortunately not in this. So let's get started. First off, I'm just going to press this button here, which will activate the signal. Now, these numbers don't mean anything, okay? Trust me. You try to press it, and it's the same thing. But you can just press one number, and that's it. And that's it. Nothing else. Everything is pretty much the same. I mean, sometimes the sounds can go from either side because there's no electronics or anything like that. It's just plain crappy. Here's the difference now between the original Japanese and the Bandai Asia reissue. The engine soul is low. The engine soul's volume has been lowered. A lot of people, especially in Ranger Board, were complaining that the Mobiles from Go-onger that people bought in Hong Kong had low volume. Unfortunately, that has been true to a lot of the reissues because a lot of parents were complaining that the cell phone changers were too loud, that, you know, kids may end up having hearing issues. So anything before Go-onger reissues, they are left intact. But after the Shoto phones, will have this lower volume, unfortunately. However, the reissues of the weapons and the mech sounds remain intact. It's in the same volume. If you guys checked out my Go-onger Engine O review, the Speedor engine soul is a lot louder than the change engine soul. So don't worry about it. It's the changers that you have to worry about. It's the cell phone changers. I don't think this will affect Go-onger because it's not a cell phone engine device, so that's a good thing. So final verdict, it is a very crappy engine device, I have to say it. Very generic. There's not a lot of gimmicks to go around, you know. Everything is just crappy. I don't recommend it for any Sentai fan. However, if you're a big Power Rangers RPM fan or a Go-onger fan, I definitely recommend it. Especially RPM fans that want show accuracy, because just like every Power Ranger series, they always use the Japanese changers as props for Power Rangers, because if you look in every episode when Power Rangers transform, the lights there, let me show you again. The lights pop out in the show. Unfortunately, the American version, the RPM morpher, does not have that feature. Also, in the RPM morpher, there is electronics in the phone. There's no electronics in the engine soul, since they're very small. Also, the sounds are pretty much rehashes of reused sounds from the Overdrive tracker. Sadly, that manifested through the Samuraiser from Power Rangers RPM. So, is it a buy? I definitely wait for until it comes down to $20, just like they did with the Mystic, just like they did with the Maji phone. So just wait, all right, because it'll still be there. So Alright guys, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it gives you some idea what's going on now that the reissues from there on out will have the low volume for the cell phone changers. Yes, the Shoto phone will be affected by this. So if you guys want to plan getting the Shoto phone, get it at your own risk. I mean, they're eBay sites that from Hong Kong sellers that have the Go-onger Go phone, and it says it's authentic Japanese product. It's not authentic Japanese product. Alright guys, that's about it. This is Sentai 22